The AOP, welcome in. Little B, welcome in, my dear. Dorothy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you Dorothy. Sorry, not sorry. I vote for Dorothy. Michael, welcome in. Max, welcome in. Shelley, welcome in. Doctor Who, what's going on? Gojo. Shelley, all the way from Mexico, welcome in. Tonight's episode is a little different than most times. No, bring him back. Maximilian. You're probably like, what? Why do you want me to bring him back for? I get it. I want to find out who paid him to come in there, come in here and say that. I want to give the feds enough time to find out who they are, right? The only way they can do that is if we track them. Welcome in, everybody. So let it simmer tonight. Because the ones that know, my tribe, you guys know. Okay? You guys know who's who. Tonight we're going to do a little different. I want to know where they got the money to come in here and say shit like that, to start with. I want to know who paid them. Okay? I don't sell weed. I don't have to sell weed. Who brought you here? You realize you show up like this? These dumbasses are in for a rude awakening. That's okay, Haley. It's probably because you ask stupid questions. I don't think it's a race thing. I'm definitely a dude. I have a beard. Then why are you still here, Haley? Don't break your thumb on the way out. See you later. And that's quite alright with you. Hopefully you're the same age. And not like 27. Because you're gross. Thank you, 4 a.m. Yeah, if you're new here, check out the description box. Well, keep scrolling, Haley. Bye. I don't care. I know. It's okay, Max. All is good. What bangs? It's all the same length. Pretty well. There's the bangs right there. Aw, thank you, Wolf Paulus. It's literally the only medication. Tobacco is actually medicine, thank you. And you're gross, Haley. Bye. And hell, we don't even have 20 people in here yet. Spirit told me to put it on members only. Collective. The ones that are hanging out in my chat right now. My tribe. This is basically showing you who you don't want to become. Okay? This is showing you why you need to do the work. And if anything, this should inspire you. Okay? To finally do the work and rise above. And that's kind of what tonight's episode is all about. Okay? I just wanted to prove a point. Because the people that show up in your life and the way that they show up matters. Okay? And you need to pay attention to it. Maximilian. By all means, little B, my mods, you're at the helm. I release the leash. And no doubt we have hallway people too to deal with tonight as well. How's the sound? Is it okay? I got it on a little differently tonight. Hopefully it works. If not, I can switch it up. It's a little bit different. How's that? Okay. Hey, Maximilian, you missed a spot. Hey, Max, you breaking a sweat yet? All right. So tonight's episode already is proving as to why this shift needs to happen. Okay? And the current status quo is crumbling because people are waking up. People are seeing the fractures. People are seeing the issues run rampant. There's a lot of lost souls out there, not really knowing what to do, what to turn to. Hell, they can't even trust themselves, let alone anyone else. It comes to a precipice where you just can't take anymore. It comes to a precipice where we have no other choice but to make a decision. And this decision depends on whether or not we integrate ourselves into the 5D Earth that's unfolding before our eyes. But if we're not in alignment with it, and if we fail to recognize, then it will be more than just lost. Every day I wake up, I think of the same thing. It's one thing that's been haunting me. It's one message that I've been trying to get out to the masses. How are we to take our devastation and chaos and transmute it into something beautiful? When is it past the point of no return? When is it past the point of no return where we can't control what's going to happen? I think we've come to a precipice and we've went beyond that. There's a lot of souls on the earth right now regretting some decisions that they've made. And they're sitting in sadness that they should have listened to their inner voice. When you look at your life and your life experience and what you've endured, no matter the blessings or chaos, it is all meant to be bringing you an understanding from a certain perspective. For the people that are lost, the biggest thing I think that you're missing is you're failing to see it for what it is. And you'd sooner swipe it under the carpet and not look at it than actually deal with it head on. And this is why you find yourself lost. And until you recognize it and acknowledge it and sit with it and learn from it, you will continue to be in this energy. In order to get to the 5D earth, your past needs to be healed. You need to find empowerment within your experience, despite the chaos. Despite the chaos, you've become resilient. Despite the chaos, you become sensitive to your surroundings. You can read the energy of a room differently compared to someone that hasn't been through trauma. You can sense a certain energy about a particular person because you've had no other choice but to read the energy. All of your mental disabilities, such as anxiety and panic attacks, this is simply you losing control of your mind. It's only a moment in time. But as soon as you focus in on the moment, and you focus on what you can control, the anxiety and panic dissipate. For those of you that are depressed and supposedly bipolar, you've dealt with a lot of trauma in your life, a lot of mental, emotional, psychological abuse. You've never had your voice heard, and you feel that you've never amounted to anything. And it's because of the people that you surrounded yourself with that decided to degrade you, manipulate you, gaslight you, into being something of not of yourself. Some of them projected their own trauma onto you. Made you feel like you were the problem when you were the scapegoat. You were the black sheep. Thank you, mods. I love you dearly. Every single one of you. In order to take a peek into the 5D world, you need to be able to wrap your head around it. In order to take a peek into that, you need to understand what we're up against. In order to take a peek into the 5D Earth, the new Earth, you need to have the open mind in order to receive. And one of the big important things is that you need to have your chakras aligned. Because this is going to require your higher self. This is going to require your spiritual self. And this is much different than your religious self. This is an acknowledgement and a affirmation of recognizing that the divine lives within you. It's not something that you have to worship. And this is the great deception. The moment you take a step back and you realize that you are in part of the divine creation, and that you've been duped your whole life into thinking that you're powerless, defenseless, unable to create anything. Meanwhile, here we are creating life. Here we are living for multiple of decades, of thousands of years upon the planet. Yet we're here meant to believe in something outside of ourselves and not realizing our true essence of who we are. Being distracted by choices outside of ourselves to take us away from what's actually important. The acknowledgement of the sacred energy that's within you. And to taking the vow to step into that. This is to hold integrity, holding respect, honesty, truth, justice, forgiveness. Sorry. It's out in the hallway now. I'm clearly saying something important. I'm clearly saying something important. No, I will not vacate the building. Because this happens literally on an everyday night. So I apologize for having to hear that in the background. At least if they did like a twinkle twinkle little star beforehand, it would be great, so that way I'd have time to put it on mute. But no. In the 5D Earth, that'll change, right? Yeah. Not World War III is not happening. Things are getting shut the fuck down. And I'm speaking it into existence tonight. That the world will find peace. It's going to take individual accountability. Everybody's going to have to make a choice and choose to support what they want and banish what they don't. That's what this whole eclipse was for. But this Mercury retrograde is basically getting us to stand on it, to stand on our decisions. Because I'll tell you, from now until the first week of April, be doing your best to not be making any big decisions, unless they've already been made before retrograde. If you already made the decisions, if you have already had to do something, or if you already have it planned, or everything else before this retrograde, you're fine. But between now and I think it's April 7th, chill. I'm going to come out and say it. I said it last night in last night's live, and it's probably what's instigating tonight's live. But in order to get a picture into what the 5D Earth looks like, we need to get through the karmic disposition, the karmic distraction. Yeah, I know, that's out in the hallway. I should check outside the door just to make sure it's not smoky. Hang on. Hey Kobe, Mama Remy, welcome in Eric, Cheryl, Maureen, Steve-O, Alyssa. Alyssa, give me a synopsis of what you feel tonight's message already says. I know it's a lot, but give me the rundown. Let's see how well you're listening. And not to put any pressure on, okay? I'm not trying to put any pressure on you. Just your own synopsis. So somebody's clearly playing jokes on me. Because they know that what I'm saying is triggering them, clearly. They're not happy about it. And I have a feeling they're going to get in trouble. You've been just taking an astral break, guys. If you can't sleep, that's the situation. Oddly enough, I've actually been forcing myself to sleep in. I've been actually getting 9 and 10 hours sleep for a change. Which usually I was only getting 6 for quite a long time. So, but you know what? I just take it in stride. Because I figure it's a astral vacation. Because if you wake up exhausted or you wake up tired, chances are you're astral in your subconscious. And when that happens, which is normal, it's just part of the deal, part of how things happen. Specifically when you're tapping in. You're stepping into your power, you're stepping into who you are. Sure, I'll take these out. I'll put it in here. Yes, very good, Alyssa. No, you did exactly what I wanted you to do. I don't care. You don't have to know. You were attentively listening, and I just wanted to know that someone was actually comprehending my message. That's all. And there was no right or wrong answer. So, Alyssa, please give yourself a pat on the back. You are enough. You always have been enough. And you need to stop apologizing, just simply for existing and having a voice. Pay attention to the people around you, my dear. Pay attention how they treat you. Are they empowering you, or are they disempowering you? And how does that affect you? Be vigilant, my dear. Exactly, Maximilian. I second that. You don't have to apologize for existing. And the fact that people are scared of your light and they're scared of your potential, they would sooner have you in a box somewhere up on a shelf in a storage room than actually you sitting on a beautiful table or a shelf or whatever else, looking as beautiful as you should be, inside and out. It is a metaphor. I don't expect to put you on a shelf. But you can change that item of beauty and of purpose to anything you want. And this goes absolutely to absolutely every single person in the collective here, tuning in on this. Not anymore, Alyssa. This is just the choice that you need to make. Your whole life, all you wanted to do was level up, and all you ever had was people pushing you down. The math is not mathing. So be vigilant and understand how people show up to you. They're telling you who they are. And if they're not there helping you grow or helping you sow, then they should not be reaping your harvest. You should not give them the consent to manipulate you. And it's pretty sad this is your family. These are people that you're supposed to be able to trust. These are people that you're supposed to be able to open your heart to. And as time goes on, all you feel is betrayed. Welcome to the club, honey. You are far from alone. There's still hope for you. There will always be hope for you. You are your ancestors' curse breaker. You realize that. That's not an easy road to take. It's honorable. It's respectable. But it's a total detachment of who you were brought in to be. And a total discovery of who you were always meant to be on a soul level. The moment you acknowledge that soul level that's been aching and yearning to become who you are, to be unearthed from within, In the grand scheme of things, you were built for it. As much as you don't want to be built for it, you are. You need to think of yourself as a warrior. Because that is exactly what you are. And all this time throughout your life, you've always tried to honor your ancestors, correct? And honor the people that have passed on. You're coming out of that. That's because you are becoming aware of that mentality. And when you're brought into that victim mentality, you're brought into that victim mentality with no way out. The the victim mentality is an illusion. It's meant to make you think less than. And it's the paradigm in which you feel and you think and you bring into yourself by other people's invocations. You need to dismiss and detach. You need to get into your own energy. You need to recognize who the hell you are. Step into your high priestess. Step into your power. Call your fucking power back. And cut all the cords from everyone. Take time to get to know your energy and step into the sacred aspect of who you are. Build the boundaries that you need to keep yourself safe and protected. And move through your life with conviction and intention and integrity. And don't look back. Everything else will fall into place. There's clearly something that somebody wanted from you. And because they can't have it, they'd rather diminish it. They'd rather put it out. And that's not an option. That's going to change, Melissa. You're coming out of this time. You're starting to recognize your surroundings and the matrix that you've been programmed into. You have every reason to break free from this, but it's going to take some major choices on your line. You're going to have to recognize and see it for what it is and empower yourself. Over time and eras, the sacred feminine has been diminished. It has been taken away, which has created an imbalance within the current collective. You cannot have life. You cannot create life without the sacred feminine involved. And you can't create life or have any type of creation happen without the sacred masculine. Anything of worthwhile. The same can be produced within a karmic energy, but all it does is create chaos. take a look at the relationship that you've had with an ex. Take a look at the children that you have bared during that relationship. And look at the correlation as to how they showed up in the world. And you will have the blueprint to action versus reaction. You will see the duality. You will see the good, you will see the bad. You will see the balance within that karmic energy. There's a balance in karmic energy, there's a balance in divine energy, and there's a balance at the border of the north and the south node of energy frequency. It is the duality of light and dark. The karmic is dark. Divine is light. There's always been that duality. You cannot have one without the other. We go through our days just as we go through our nights. On a daily basis and during our era. We go through different eras, different timelines, such as through the age of Aquarius, the age of Aries, the age of Pisces, the age of... it goes down the line. We've literally been bombarded by distractions in order to diminish our capabilities. We've been gaslit and told that our abilities are actually disorders. And they've made money on it, on the back end of shutting our abilities down. And apparently that's called a health system. Is it clicking yet? I'm about to throw some gems down tonight. Okay? Holy shit, Maximilian. You just gave me goosebumps. You keep that up. Anyway. Sweet dreams, Shelley. Or Maureen, whoever's going to bed. Shelley, yeah. I'm really, really impressed by you, Max. Thank you for being a part of my tribe. It's about bringing the sacred back to your life, whether you're masculine or feminine. But it's also about having the masculine and feminine integrated within yourself. And the way you do that is you start off by self-love. Now, for my trans folk, it's slightly different because they're sitting in a body that they are not accustomed to. They're sitting in a body that feels uncomfortable to them. And to my trans folk, you have to understand that the divine does not make a mistake. And granted, I get it. You probably hate the fact that you're in the body that you are. Because at one point I felt the same. Okay? I didn't like the body that I had. I don't know if I even wanted to be a woman. I just wanted to be different. But my understanding and perceptions changed. I recognized that this is only one body that my soul has encompassed. This is only one skin suit that I've had the ability to take control of. One of many. And I believe, to some degree, the reason why I feel the way that I feel is because the previous body that I had prior to this one was a woman. And I think that's why my feminine is so evident. Does it mean I want to be a woman? No. It's just representing that I'm embracing the body that I have. And understanding that there very well could be another body coming in where I might be a woman again. And I'm embracing the time that I have. Because I realize that my impact that I will make on this plane of existence, my impact means more to the world than what I have as a body. Because the impact that I am making has nothing to do with what I look like. It's how I'm perceiving life and what I'm embracing within myself. And since changing my perspective and opening up my mind to this, it has really brought peace to my spirit. So any of you out there having difficulties, this is why it's so important to embrace your soul and your spirit rather than what's outside of you. Because that very essence of life that has been given to you has a plan for you. And it's about making the choice to access it. Nobody can access it but you. Nobody has access to it but you. all this bullshit on destiny swapping and stealing people's power. It's a figment of an imagination. It's all part of the divine's playground to clear out ego. Work on your healing, Alyssa, and start accessing the ability to wean yourself off your medication. But you need to do that by empowering yourself first and rising above the bullshit. And gradually, I would say to wean yourself off of the medication because it's really not serving you. It's like somebody poking you and prodding you and abusing you mentally, emotionally, and psychologically to the point where you're basically laying dirty in a ditch. And because of that, you go to the doctor and the doctor puts you on an antidepressant because you went in the ditch. You're sad because you were put in the ditch. So they put you on antidepressants because you're sad in the ditch. Meanwhile, they don't see the full picture. They don't see where the depression and the anxiety and all this comes from. They don't dig deeper. They sit with you with it. But yet they don't know about all this other underlying abuse that's happened behind the scenes. You don't need medication. You need justice. You need peace. You need a place that's safe for you. That way you can actually come out of this fight or flight and actually let your guard down for 5 minutes. That's what you need. That's what Dr. Wolfie ordered. Not that I'm a doctor. I'm just being funny. Like, the last thing you need is another medication to shut your brain down to the point where you can't think and you're just stuck at this fucking pile of abuse. And the fact that your doctor is doing this to you after all these years, they can be held in contempt without even realizing it. And especially if your parents had brought you to the doctor to say that you need to be put on something to calm you the fuck down. Maybe it was just the fact that your voice didn't matter to them and they wanted you to shut the fuck up. Alyssa, my heart goes out to you, honey. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm sticking up for you right now. Maybe I'm telling you that maybe you weren't the fucking problem. Maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was your family that's the problem. Maybe it's the fact that they don't want to deal with their own shit and they tried to project it onto you. They don't want to take accountability for their own bullshit. And the thing is, for the people that choose to throw all this bullshit under the rug and not deal with it, your heart will be weighed in the end. Thank you, Alexander. I'm sending you big hugs, Alyssa. I might talk to maybe 5 or 6 people in my family, and that's it. I've let all the rest go. Because they're all a bunch of traitors. And again, they went to try to ruin my life. And that's the big thing, Kobe. You know, a lot of these medications are addictive. It gets to the point where you can't come off of some of them. And they make you dependent on it. So that way they always have a fucking paycheck. And these pharmaceutical companies, out of the trillions of dollars that they've made, every single human being on the face of the planet should get a cut for what they've done to humanity. And I'm speaking it into existence, that they're being held accountable and that every human being gets a cut. That all of their wealth, all their trillions of dollars gets evened up amongst the people equally. To give us a chance to invest in our life again and invest in the detox that we need to take in order to get beyond this bullshit. Can you stop spamming my chat? Yeah, if you're new here, check out the description box of the video. Voice of Souls, pray tell, what do we need to know right now? We're in 72 minutes, 73 minutes. Duality, yeah, we've been talking about the duality. The wisdom of the right and the left hand. Children. Integrating the ability to grow, integrating the ability to choose the innocence. Integrating and showing up for your inner child. Doing the shadow work. What else do we got? A reunion with your inner child. Finding out you weren't the problem after all, Collective. It was the system in which you were born that was the problem all along. It was the system in which you were born that was the biggest issue. And now that the system is crumbling, you're having a hard time making ends meet. You're getting to the point where you just can't take it anymore. You're being pushed to your limits. Because this current system that they've created, the current matrix that we currently are a part of, you see it crumbling before your eyes. And how are we supposed to stand on that? How are we supposed to become anything within that paradigm of chaos? How are we supposed to find any type of footing within that chaos when it's falling apart? It's no longer serving our soul. It's no longer serving our spirit. It's leaving the alignment of the current energetic frequency of Mother Earth. It's no longer having the ability to hide itself or gain power over the masses. It's no longer having any type of control. It's slipping because people are waking up. People are seeing the corrupt aspect of the current system and choosing against it, which will be the demise of the old system. A lot of this is the fact that we've been told a lie our whole life. Just as much as there's a corrupt matrix system falling apart outside of us, there's one falling apart within us. It's the ability to acknowledge that we've been duped, that everything that we've been told is a lie, and that it's basically been meant to gaslight us and make us believe everything is okay when it's falling apart before our eyes. So what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to freak out? Are we supposed to go into a civil war? Bitcoin is going to drop hardcore. It's going to become worthless. And everybody that thought that they got into Bitcoin for a reason, it's not a very good thing, I'll tell you. This digital coin is not the way to go. It's really not. It's going to be very faltered. And it will collapse. There's no room for it in the 5D Earth. And would you believe it, money, the ability of money is not even in the same frequency of the 5D Earth. Now, pray tell, Aiden, how do you feel that we're going to get along? How do you feel that we're going to get by? How do you feel that this is all going to work out without money? Take yourself back for a moment. There very well could be a placeholder for it. But what would this placeholder look like? No, Jackson. It doesn't matter the object. Doesn't matter whether or not it's a bill, whether it's a coin, whether it's silver, whether it's gold, whether it's a diamond. you take a bottle of water at different points of the earth. If it was delivered to certain points of the earth, it's probably going to be more expensive on an island than what it would be in a city. And it's due to the demand of that bottle of water. That same bottle of water might be a lot more expensive on a plane compared to a train. It all depends on the value of that item. It all depends on what you show up as. What value do you bring to the world? What purpose do you have to impact the status quo, to be able to elevate? I'm speaking it into reality that there's going to be a system that's going to be built upon humanity in order to empower you to be the best version of yourself. To be able to support you in creating your best life. Because we accomplish a lot more as a collective when we are supported, rather than when we are demonized and we are manipulated and controlled. Maximilian, you best take that back. Because you're starting to make me smoke. How can I end up being impressed with you and you shoot it all down, all in one sentence? A proclamation. It's like you're sending me on a roller coaster ride. Get it together, boy. Well, that's not even a joke. Saying that you think you're dumb? You're far from it. And I've already given you validation of that tonight. So step into your power too there, Mr. Max. Stop living your life like a joke. Yes, things are meant to be funny. But that there's certain things that are actually laughable and funny to laugh at. And then there's things that aren't necessarily all that funny. More so bitter tasting. The vast majority, I'm going to get back into the collective now. The vast majority of us are waking up to the delusion, to the deception, to the lies, and we're wondering what to do with it. And it's going to depend on our actions going forward, is going to determine whether or not we step into this 5D earth or not. It's going to require us to go within. Because there's no book, there's no TV show, there's no podcast that's going to show you. You need to go from the heart. There's going to be a point in time where we might be disconnected and you guys are going to be needing to remember what I say. And ultimately, you always have to be true to yourself and what your heart and your soul is telling you. So this is why it's so predominantly important to heal and get in touch with that higher self aspect of you. So that way you can move forward on your own accord, stepping into your own power. You're not going to find this in any book. You're finding it within yourself, within the essence of the divine that is within you. It's crucial to our existence and our survival. What are you talking about the 21st? Are we talking about the 27th or the 21st of March stepping out? I don't know. I think the equinox is a little off because of the timeline shift. The message of peace in the reverse. The inner peace starts with the inner healing. And the current chaos outside of you starts with inner healing. Because you can't heal the outside of yourself without healing the inside of yourself. But then again, you can't heal in chaos. So it's a precipice of both. You need to balance out both and acknowledge both. You need to find some peaceful time to be in your own energy in order to heal. It's next to impossible to heal in a toxic environment. And the body heals itself every 7 years. Providing that we give it the right nutrients and we do the right thing. Awesome. Hang on, collective. Where did you go? Where did you go? Really? Okay, hang on a second. I need to find my little slicer. I can't find it. Can you help me? Nope. Not gonna let me. Oh, it's all way back in there. Here it is. No. I'm going on a little adventure. This is what I found. Needed to find. They're brilliant. If you got the iPhone, they're perfect. For your headphones and a power source. All in one. You can get them on Amazon. Good luck trying to see them or find them anywhere else. Yeah. Alyssa, because you have a bright light within you. You're there to heal them. Hey, Max. I know there's something that you're dying to tell her. But I kinda told you not to say that to another person. And I have a feeling you recognize this in her too. I hope Max is still here. You need to be able to release it because it's not yours, Alyssa. Give it to the divine. Okay. Don't be feeling bad because I'm getting on your case. I just want you to know that you are definitely valued here. Okay? And Alyssa, chances are you're chosen. You might want to look into it. Look it up, Kobe. Astral Atom on YouTube. There's another one. There's a couple different ones. That's a good way to give. That's a good point there, Dakota. Because they don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to recognize who you are. So they choose to diminish your light, then allow it to be bright. It's about getting in touch with your soul essence of who you are. And going with that. rather than what everybody else wants you to do. So we are recognizing the karmic relationships within our environments, and we are recognizing that they are not there for our spiritual highest good. Spirit's trying to give us messages as to certain people that we are giving our energy to. It's time to recognize. All right, let's get into an actual collective message. Let's get out of the channels and get into the collective message here. I'm going to look into the angel deck. On a collective basis worldwide, angels, what do we need to focus on as a collective? To step into the 5D earth. What do we need to focus on the most? Okay. Opportunities for growth. Activation, every challenge I face is an opportunity to grow. It says here, this is a sacred time of growth, healing, and understanding. There's more information coming your way. Trust that all that you need to know will be revealed to you in the perfect time, space, and sequence. If you are experiencing challenges, know that these are growing pains and that are contributing to a more aligned future. Only good will come from the situation. Trust that life is guiding you to growth. Every challenge I face is an opportunity to grow. Okay? And Raziel, go beneath the surface. Your activation, I'm willing to do the deeper work. You have learned so much about yourself and the world and are now recognizing all of the great lessons of your experiences and challenges. Continue on this pathway. Even though you have come this far, there's much more for you to learn and uncover. Don't take things at face value. Do more research, spend more time in contemplation, and go deeper than you think even is ever possible. Activation. I am willing to do the deeper work. Can I get one more? Is there one more for the overall collective of what we need to work on to step into the 5D Earth? Okay. That's it, that's all, my friends. Okay. Let's look into the voice of souls, or, yeah. Okay, voice of souls. I'll leave those out. Put them over there. Voice of souls, what message do you have for the overall collective to help us step into the 5D Earth? We got loss and reunion. What you feel that you're losing, don't fret, because you will be reunited with something that much more special. Okay? So the things that you are disconnecting from, the connections that you no longer feel are in alignment with you, let them go. Acknowledge them and release them. Because there's a lot more better connections coming into play, and you're making room for these connections. Focus on the abundance and learning lessons. And drop your fears. Your fears are but illusions. This is also saying that you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected when you step into your soul calling. You may not be respected for that action of stepping into what you're meant to be, but that's okay. It's not for them to respect you. You're respecting yourself. And we have love. So it's about dropping fears of love. Genuine, sacred love. And opening your heart and your soul to it. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, check out the description box. If you'd like a personal reading with me, check out the link section. You'll find Hipsy in the link section, and you can go ahead and order a reading through there. Make sure you subscribe and hit all notifications so that way you can take advantage of the 15% off discounts coming in. I am going to be doing a one-on-one session probably in the next couple days, and it's 50% off, everybody. It's 50% off. So if you want a one-on-one with me, it's $1 a minute, but it's 50 cents at this point, right? So, well, yeah, it's 50% off, so whatever that might be to the end of March. So I'm going to be going live at some point. So stay tuned to the posts section here on YouTube. And make sure you're hitting on all notifications when you're hitting the bell. Otherwise, you might only get certain notifications. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that way you can follow along to find out when I'm live. I tend to post before I go live. Sometimes I just go live, so it's usually in the evening, sometimes during the day, depending on the feeling, depending on the message. If you'd like to support the channel and support me, you can throw me a super chat, super sticker, super thanks, or you can throw a tip over on the Hipsy site as well. All the support does not go unnoticed, and it is greatly appreciated. Alright, Sacred Feminine, what do we need to bring in the 5D Earth? What is it that we need to focus on overall as a collective and on an individual basis to bring about the 5D Earth integration? Family. And this is about your soul family. This isn't necessarily about your family. Okay? Gaia. No longer lying about yourself and stepping into the real you. No longer being deceived. I'm going to read from the book. You were born into your family for a reason and a purpose. Just as there is a reason and purpose for experiencing all that you have experienced to date. Yet, like most of us, you probably believe the myth that all the family members should get along and always be nice to one another. Other families always seem nicer. The truth is that every family experiences similar dynamics in one way or another. Your family is your greatest teacher, and every family member will hold at least one trait that you don't like. And you have at least one trait that each of your family members don't like. This fact sets the perfect environment for us to learn and love unconditionally. You will discover that every perceived negative comes with a positive attached to it. True love often comes in ways and forms that we initially fail to recognize. Yet with the passing of time, you will realize that beneath our individual facades, there is only love. Love comes in many forms, and it may not always be the kind it may not always be kind. Reflect on this, for it will help you to let go of any resentment you have towards your family or a family member. Thank you, Rosanna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have Gaia. Whether male or female, you are advised to embrace your feminine side. This means embracing your intuitive, gentle, and loving nature and applying these qualities to a current troublesome situation. Embracing these nurturing and gentle qualities will help you to feel a greater sense of balance, and this will help you overcome your present difficulty. Ask Mother Earth to help ground and strengthen you, and you will feel a renewed sense of vitality. Spend time in nature. Do some gardening or go for a walk in the park. Feel your connection to the earth, and remember that, that both masculine and feminine qualities are complementary parts of every human being. Balance, true power, and wisdom are only possible when you embrace both. The real you. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature. In attaching your identity and sense of worth to worldly status and achievements, you've lost touch with the real you. Something inside you yearns to reconnect. Pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities you possess. The unique qualities that you have for so long repressed and ignored. Lighten up and have fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all that you think is right and wrong and all that you think that you should do and just be you. As your true nature emerges, you'll feel inspired and discover a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. Nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There's so much to be grateful for and so much in life to explore. And this is why I love my tribe. This is why I love my channel. This is why I keep coming back. Because I'm able to be who I am, who I've always meant to be. And I get to show validity of that. And I'm very honored to be able to have this space to utilize, as well as to create a space of safety, of clarity, of healing, for not only myself, but for my beautiful tribe and collective. This is why I keep coming back. All right, let's take a look. Animal Whispers. Animal Whispers, what do we need to step into the 5D reality? 5D Earth, 5D New Earth, what do we need to focus on to step into the 5D Earth? Alright, so we need to remember our greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. We need to step back into the happiness and believe we're worthy of it. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. This was an upside down. So it's about stepping back into the happiness. Recognizing the happiness through the chaos. Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Now this was in the back, this was in the reverse, so we keep feeling, or we keep thinking this notion that we're not a blessing to the world. And we need to get out of that frame of mind. Okay? Sea turtle, protection. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Again, this was in the reverse. So we are in this aspect of not feeling protected, not feeling safe. Okay? And we need to create a safety net for the collective. So this is a choice that we need to make as a collective. We also have the grizzly bear and power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up and I will succeed. Okay? We're feeling powerless against the current status quo. We need to recognize what we're dealing with and how to deal with it. So taking a step back and seeing it from a different perspective and realizing how we can combat and how we can tackle it in a better, more peaceful way is of benefit to not only ourselves, but for the collective. The current distractions are keeping us from our rebirth. Butterfly rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Okay, so a lot of us are having a hard time recognizing the journey for what it is. And a lot of us are fighting the rebirth. We're fighting the changes that are happening. And we should more or less go with the flow of these changes. Now, I'm not saying be submissive, okay? Don't be submissive to the problem. Be submissive to your heart and soul. Be submissive to your inner light. Allow that to move you forward. If your intuition is telling you to move against something, or if your intuition is telling you that something isn't right, listen to it. You'll feel it within yourself. And then this is about being in alignment with who you are. We have frog and prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. This one just happens to be in the upright. So step forward towards the opportunities that you feel that are going to better your life. Okay? Guardian. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones that I love and awaken my intuition and guide me. There's been a lot of people out there that feel that they've been disconnected from the status quo. They've been disconnected from their spirit guides. Things have been silent. It's to recognize your own personal power. This is why they're quiet. Okay? This is why they're quiet. They're asking you to recognize you for who you are. To step into that. Your guides, guards, and protectors that are behind you, fighting for you, protecting you, guiding you. They're waiting for you to make some sort of decision. This is why they're quiet. Alright, let's see what the dragons have to say. We've got Golden Solar Dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Let your light codes be activated. Step into your power. Silver Lunar Dragon. That's funny, the fact that we've got the Solar Dragon and the Lunar Dragon. coming out, and we just had an eclipse. That's pretty wild. Silver lunar dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. So this is about bringing the masculine and feminine and integrating it within you for once. Stop being such a feminist and stop being stop being such a dude. Bring some sort of balance in the mix. Yeah, so macho. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Is there, pray tell, anything in the karmic chicken deck that we need to know about as far as stepping into the 5D earth? Is there anything that we need to know that's going to just drop out? Is there anything that we need to know in the karmic deck? The karmic chicken deck? Great Spirit, is there anything that we need to know in the karmic chicken deck? Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. Can't compete where they don't compare. Okay? It's the karmic chicken deck because it's a lot of karmic stuff that's in the deck, and because it's made with chicken scratch, I chicken scratched it all. I called it the karmic chicken. And it's partially the who's who. So the owl, I don't know, is partially the karmic chicken deck. So they've been integrated. Superficial snorkel gear surface level was in the reverse. So this is about going deeper into our subconscious, into our consciousness, and recognizing who the hell we are. And we're not really focused on comparing any to anyone else because everybody else is on their own journey. There's no comparison. There's no competing. There's no nothing. Everybody's on their own little journey. Okay, so this isn't something about sharing notes with people. Okay, you can't share your notes because what you've been through in your experience is different from another person's experience. Okay, so your answer might be different than their answer. Okay? It's about recognizing the fact that we are master manifestors. We have the ability to manifest our best life. We have the ability to manifest our best timelines. And yet we're sitting here distracted by bullshit. Okay? We need to be more picky with our energy and who we share it with. Okay? Passed on karmics thought by ending it would remove accountability. And they're sitting in purgatory, thinking that they're going to get away with what they've done. And they've gone and offed themselves, and now they're stuck in between worlds. Masked and confused, they fake and acting in your face, so pay attention. Okay, so you probably have some fake people around you that you need to recognize and cut them out. Return to sender, sending them on a bender, spiraling. So you need to be sending out return to senders. If you're feeling attacked, send out a return to sender and bind that shit to the people that are sending it to you. Let it haunt them for even coming after you. Poser hoser playing in your face. You need to use discernment, collective, about the people coming in at you, because they're playing in your face. Stay grounded. Choose your peace. Okay? You need to step into your high priestess and high priest energy and own it. Don't stop questioning it. Everybody has the ability to step into their power. It is time. People want you tolerating their bullshit. Okay? You're fructose intolerant at this point. The inability to tolerate other people's bullshit. But people thinking that you're going to tolerate it anyway. It's time to put your foot down. Maybe it is time to cut them off. Maybe it is time to be avoidant. Maybe it is time to be an introvert. You could be dealing with the Gemini. Mercury is retrograde. You could be dealing with the psychopathic, covert narcissist. So be mindful. It's basically recognizing who you have in your environment and acting accordingly. Working on putting distance in between you and your adversaries and the ones coming up against you. And staying 10 steps ahead. Mercury is clearly in the microwave. Alright, what do we got? It's about recognizing the emotional pain of the past. Other than the lessons, you recognizing that it's no longer serving you. But allowing it to be the catalyst and the maker of the bridge to move away from it. To allow it to be the empowerment and the fuel in order to find better. Answering the riddle of your life. Answering the riddle of your soul. The only way you can do this is going within yourself. Shapeshift into whoever you need to be to save yourself. And realizing that what they are after is within you. It's really not what you can do for them. It's what you have within you is what they're after. So do not consent to selling your soul to anything other than the divine. You are the one that you've always been looking for to help take back your life. You've been hemming and hawing and waiting for somebody to come rescue you. You are the one that is going to rescue you. You've always been the one. The healer. To not only heal yourself, but to heal others. To remember that you are the thread that binds to your connections. Great Spirit, ancestors, divine light, angels, guides, guards, protectors. What's the scoop? What do we need to know? What do we need to figure out? What do we need to see in order to integrate into the new 5D Earth? What do we need to allow to fall away? What's the situations? What are their confirmations that we're on the right track? Yeah, Ten of Swords. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Very well said, Spirit. Very well said. Yes. Oh. Okay. Now, these particular messages won't vibrate with everyone, and that's okay. Take what is good and leave what does not. I need to be plugging in the power, or are we gonna be dead as a doornail? So hang on a second. All right, is the sound doing okay? Check, check, check. Yeah, the red flags are definitely not pretty little decorations. All right. So, we're needing to cut out the bullshit once and for all, everybody. Ten of Swords. Cut the shit. Be done with it. Put a final close to the karmic chapters. Okay? What kind of chapter does that look like? Our disempowerment. Okay? That's what. We need to start empowering ourselves. Stepping into who we are, who we've always meant to be. Getting the hell out of our head. Understanding and seeing it for what it is. And just sitting with it. Knowing that the certain particular connections that we have in our life are not serving us. Okay? There's people trying to emotionally manipulate you. And now they're trying to gaslight you and reconcile. But they're only doing it to pull on your energy and take away what you have as your independence. So for the ones that are enlightening themselves, for the ones that are actually doing the work, the people that are around you, they're trying to manipulate you and resolve and come back in. And it's only to pull on your energy. Okay? And you should really give no fucks to these particular people. You'll know who they are. Yeah, because they're here. When you go to destroy this, when you go to close this cycle out, right? Because you're closing out this whole idea that you're nothing. You're closing out this whole idea that you're worthless. You're closing out this whole idea that you're never going to make anything of yourself, and you're actually empowering yourself to stand up and do something about it. Okay? People are going to try to destroy it. People are going to try to put you back in the fucking kennel where they think you belong. But you're needing to feel more empowered to move forward. Okay? Because this disempowerment, this ridicule, this judgment, this devaluing, this discarding is your way out. Let them discard you. Okay? Because it's going to tell you that you can move on. Okay? Rejection is your protection. Okay? The people that are not in your life right now, that are not supportive, that are not reaching out to you, that don't really give a shit about you, they're going to make themselves known by just not reaching out. The people that actually care about you are the ones that is going to reach out, that are going to make the difference. They're going to make the effort. Okay? Yeah. And because you're coming out of your head and you're recognizing the relationships that you have, you got nothing but blessings coming in. Things are going to be revealed to you of how deep it really goes into this manipulation by you moving in a new direction. And the third parties and the people and whatever, they're watching to reconcile with you. They're watching you, they're studying you, they're doing what they can to find out more information in order to take you out and pull from your energy as if their life mattered, as if they had rights or if they had jurisdiction over your life. And you see this, you're peeping this. Okay? Yeah, because they're trying to tear away your foundation by leeching off your energy. And this is why they're coming in. They're waiting and they're studying you to find the right time to come in to reconcile with you. Because they want a new connection with you, and it's basically just to bleed you dry. In other words, it's basically to finish the job that they started. Yeah. They want you to be looking like you're out of control. All because you're moving forward after them trying to destroy you. They want to make you look like you're out of control. That you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And anything you're trying to build, they're trying to destroy it. And make you look like you're crazy when you're far from it. You're actually spitting some truth, and they don't like it. And that's why they're coming at you like, you're out of control, you don't know what you're talking about, you should shut up. Well, you know what? Just stop looking at me. Okay? Just stop watching me. Mind your fucking business. Stay in your own fucking lane. How about that? Sweet dreams, Ryan. You're gonna balance this out. Okay? You're gonna balance this out. They want you juggling, but you're balancing just fine. They want you brokenhearted, but you're nurturing it instead. Their whole plan to make you hate yourself has gone down the tubes. Yeah. You're spitting truth. You're spitting truth. You're moving forward with some sort of communication. You're spitting truth. You're sharing your emotions. You're revealing the illusions, the deception. They want you to make you feel like you're doing something bad because of your decisions. They want to come in and say that you ruined the family. Meanwhile, they're the ones that ruined the family. They want to come in and call you a homewrecker when they're the ones that they were the homewrecker. You got people coming in trying to projecting on you because you're spitting truth. And they're in for a rude awakening. Sweet dreams there, Dorothy. They have a hard time watching you walk away from everything that they built to destroy you. And yet here you are, still standing. Yeah. They don't want you moving away. They don't want you moving to calmer waters. They don't want you learning anything. They just want you in a ditch somewhere. They want you delayed from making any type of decision. And they want to bring conflict to you. They want to bring roadblocks. All because you're trying to rise above it. All because you're trying to stand firm. You're moving forward. You're focused on your stability. That's all you need to do. Mm-hmm. And don't ever throw away your connection to the Most High. Don't ever throw away your connection to the Divine. That is what is going to get you to where you need to be. Pray tell, what's the vibe, Spirit? What's the vibe of the collective? What do we need to know bringing in this new 5D Earth? What do we need to know? What do we need to focus on to bring in this 5D Earth? Overall vibe for my collective. Okay, we need to let go of our bad decisions and addictions. And there's continuous cycles. We need to break these cycles once and for all. They're very toxic. Okay? The drama, the arguments, the incompatibility. If you weren't compatible, what the hell are you sitting there trying to fight it for? How's about moving in a different direction? How's about moving in, into a different, more an aligned vibe for yourself? Okay? You're recognizing the two-faced, backstabbing cheaters in your life. You're cutting them out too. Okay? So you're cutting out the bad decisions, which is very well could be making you paranoid. It could be making you insecure and feel guarded, which is only for your protection. Ride it. Let it happen. Okay? If you're feeling a little bit cautious, recognize it. Act accordingly to that cautiousness. Bring yourself to a place of safety so that way you can drop your boundaries and drop your protection so that way you can rest. Sitting in this fight or flight, always constantly alert, isn't wise. You have to be able to disconnect from that and calm yourself down, because you'll burn yourself out. The stressed out, migraines, worry, you're dropping that out too. You're finding ways of releasing tension. No longer procrastinating what you need to get done. No longer playing this too busy to do this, too busy to do that, I'm too busy to look within, I'm too busy to go deep within my psychological aspects of pain and sort it out. You're no longer too busy. You're breaking that cycle. You're working through it. It is detrimental and it is crucial for your survival. Or your demise, whichever you choose. What's hidden? If you're divine, hold that energy close to your heart. Okay, you don't have to be getting a tattoo saying you're divine and you're boasting about your divinity. No, it's not about that. The right people will see you for who you are. Okay? And like moths to a flame, if you think the karmics are not going to be enthralled by your divine energy, you've got another thing coming. Okay, they are going to be the ones that are trying to claw at your ankles, trying to pull you back into the crap. Dropping out this whole idea that you don't have new possibilities coming. New opportunities, new careers, successful business. Are you worthy? Are you worthy of being sufficient? Are you worthy about being happy? Are you worthy to have a glow up? You need to step into that energy. Accept that energy into your life as if it's already happened. So step into it, Alyssa. I stand with you, my dear. You're not alone. Dragons, is there another message here for the collective of what we can remove from our life, what we can do to step into this 5D earth, hopefully unscathed? Focus on yourself and reveal that what is hidden in the dark. Don't be distracted by all the emotional distractions and all the different choices, and focus on yourself of what you need. Ten of Cups. Strive for the Ten of Cups. Strive to drop out the negative. Strive to really focus on taking out the trash, and focus on not going in the wrong direction. If you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, stop. Check your map and try again. Reconfigure your GPS, reconfigure your direction, and start moving in the right direction. No sense continuing to drive in the wrong direction, because the farther you drive, the longer it's going to take you to go back in the right direction. So figure it out now, so that way, you know, you can do that. It's also about finding the strength within. It's about finding your inner warrior. It's about nurturing your heart space. Okay? And not allowing the stagnance in your journey to get you all riled up. Somebody's trying to thwart you. Somebody's trying to keep you stagnant. Somebody's trying to hold you, leash you, keep you from being you. You need to recognize this. But you also have to recognize what they're trying to do by doing this. They're trying to get you to act out of character. Okay, so that way you look crazy. Which isn't happening, because you already see it for what it is. So your test is to not react. Don't give them what they want. Give them what they don't. And that might look different to different situations. Spirit's saying get creative. And if you can, add a little humor into it. Because what they're trying to do is make you mad. But if you end up laughing instead, you know, yeah, Five of Swords. So they're coming at you with their own opinions. They're coming at you with rumors. They're coming at you with a bunch of shit that you don't really need to take in or take a valid look at. Because they're literally talking out of their ass. They're talking out of their ego. They're creating issues out of their uncontrollable energy. Yeah. And this is when you're going to get justice. So some of you need to start speaking up about your situations. About the fact that they're trying to disenfranchise you. Focus on your independence. Using discernment as to who you share your heart with. Use discernment as to who you share your information with. Because people are coming in very deceitful, wanting to take advantage of you. It's kind of giving that they want your secret sauce, but they don't want to do the work to get it. Well, they're going to have to do their inner work, because I'm not going to just give you the way. I'm not going to give you the map to look at. You got to find the map within yourself. If you don't want to do that, you're not invited. You don't have to speak. If you're scared to speak, there's probably reasons for it, Alyssa. But you can still share the lessons that you've learned through your experiences. Just like I've done in my channel. Instead of speaking out about certain people that have wronged me, I've shared the lessons that I've learned along the way of how to empower myself and how to release myself from the pain. It's meant to be. Life is no joke. Life is meant to be lived. It's meant to be an adventure. As if they want to bring certain ingredients into it, you can still cook up a storm. But you're cooking up a storm with whatever they're bringing to the table. It could be a steak dinner, it could be jambalaya. You never know. But you don't necessarily have to speak. Choose as to who you're going to speak to. And choose as to what you're going to speak. And if anything, if you have the means to transfer to another job, another place, another way, I would do it. I would get myself a job and get myself situated to where I can just get out of Dodge. If you have a little bit of coins set up, settled away, you have a vehicle, and you have the means to go and get the hell out of here, go and get the hell out of here. Go find a safe space. I'm still here after 3 years. When you submit to the divine, you are protected. You might question it from time to time because of what they throw at you. But you're virtually unfuckwithable. Dragons, is there anything else that we need to know going into the new 5D Earth? Remember what the hell you're good at and stand on it. Every single one of us has something to offer the world. It's more so in what you know and what your knowledge is and your background than who you are and what you look like. It's the impact that you will make on the planet that matters. Six of Swords, walking away from the lying sack of shits that don't give you any credit for anything that you've ever done. Again, stop lying to yourself and walk away from that what no longer serves you. Four of Cups, knowing that you deserve better. It's a lot about having gratitude with what you have, but not lying to yourself, not deceiving yourself. Knowing that you have the ability to obtain better. Do your best to not allow the lies and the darkness to overtake you and make you feel less than. Okay? Don't allow these people with these dumbass opinions to come in and tell you the way you are. They think that they have a handle on who the hell you are when they have no fucking clue what they're even talking about. Okay? They're going to come in and try and gaslight you, tell you you're crazy, tell you you need to pipe down, tell you you need to shut the fuck up, tell you you need to get back into the box where you belong. And this is what I tell you to tell them. 10 of Wands. You're closing this cycle out. They have no further jurisdiction in your life. They have no further control over you. It is done. Yeah. There's nothing left to say. There's literally nothing left to say. There's no truths. There's no words. There's no explanations. They showed up the way they showed up. And now they can sit with it. They can stand on what they did to you. Try to bring you down, try to make you feel less than. They can stand on it, and they can watch you rise, and they can watch you leave them in the dust where they belong. Yeah. Seeing things from a different perspective. Stepping into your power, allowing your emotions to guide you. Being empathic as you are. Seeing what's hidden within the dark. Allowing your emotions to flow. It's going to help you rise, collective. Absolutely everything that you've been through is going to help you rise. Embrace it. Embrace the lesson. Get the blessing. Okay? You've got the Ten of Pentacles coming in. You have stability coming. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. So allow destiny to awaken you. Step into what is meant for you. You have more than what it takes to be successful. Most of all, it takes the confidence within yourself to get there. If you don't have that secret ingredient, what do you expect? A world where there's peace, a world where that you can be successful, a world where that you can love freely and not have to worry about being judged for who you love. A world of a soul tribe that are finally in alignment with a common goal of peace, love, respect, success. It's already here. We just have to make it happen. But we have to do it within a system and on a foundation that's solid. So this foundation starts within ourselves. And that what is within us will materialize outside of us. And this is how we materialize and manifest our best life. We first must see and feel as if we already have it within, so that way it has the ability to vibrationally be attracted to us. If we are not in the vibration of what we wish to seek, we will not seek it, we will not receive it. It starts with a general idea, and it can be manifested into whatever you want. Let it be of harm to none. Let it be a witness to your own personal power and your own personal ability to manifest your best life. Wishing peace onto others rather than pain and suffering. I wish people get what they deserve. That could be blessings, that could be prosperity, that could be that could be abundance, that could be healing, that could be closure, that could be clarity. It could be a swift kick right across the ass. You never know. Step into your high priest, high priestess energy. It's time. Call your power back. I've got too many cards on the table. I'm just cleaning them up. Becoming a pile. A humongous pile. It's warm. Very, very warm. I still got one more collective coming at you, and that's it for the evening. There is going to be a part 2 to this. The proof is in the pudding, Hugo. The moment you guys open up your eyes and you see the truth for what it is within your own life is when you can start acknowledging what's gone wrong and what you can do to change it. This is an individual basis. This is an individual recollection and revealing of what's going on. If you can't see it for your own, with your own two eyes, if you can't feel it within your own heart, then you're not doing it right. You need to open your eyes, go a little deeper. Maximilian, I release you from that travesty. You are much more than a failure. You are a beautiful light upon my collective. So I appreciate you for being here. Okay? You are not a failure, my friend. You were never a failure at all, at any point tonight. It's just a fact that you choose to make a joke about yourself, feeling of insecurities and inadequacies, when you were shining your light tonight in the most magnificent way, all at the same time. So I appreciate you more than you know. So no, you are not a failure. I want you to release that. And if anybody thinks that you're a failure, they're dead wrong. You get a lot of ridicule. You got a lot of people giving their opinion to you. You tend to take it to heart. But please take a step back and recognize where it's coming from. Some people are there to criticize you in a constructive way. Some people are there to criticize you in a destructive way. If they're trying to deconstruct you into something that you're not, don't allow it. Don't give it any validity in your mind or your heart. You can sit there and question it. You can take it in as a growing moment and allowing it to help you to grow as a person. It'll either show you something that you maybe need to work on, or it'll show you something that maybe, you know what, they're delusional and they're projecting their own bullshit. You'll know the difference. And act accordingly. That's all it is. Wow. I couldn't have had 4 better cards. Show up after what I just said. We got the Magician. It's about recognizing what you have within you and how you can develop it and make it something beautiful for you. It's about manifesting your best life and moving towards it. Life isn't a joke. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to be an adventure, not a psyops. Step into your power. Find your inner high priestess, high priest. Use your intuition. Allow that to guide you. In order to do that, you need to be balanced within your mind and your heart. Knowing that what you've been receiving and what you've been accepting is no longer available. It's no longer plausible for your uprise. You deserve better than what you've been receiving. You're done being, let's say, you're done being, you're done with being manipulated. You're done with being breadcrumbed. And you're putting a final end to this. 10 of Wands. You're putting down these burdens that no longer serve you. That somebody wanted you to carry, you're dropping them. You're not carrying it anymore. If they want them to have some sort of something, then they can carry them. But you're done with carrying other people's burdens. Yeah, you're speaking up. What is breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing is only giving you enough to get you by and not giving you what you deserve and what you're worth. The Ace of Swords. Not only speaking up and telling the truth, but seeing the truth for what it is. Having the breakthrough. Taking the chance, speaking up, telling your story, making it known, fighting for what you believe in, standing for justice. sometimes you gotta be sneaky. But that what has been taken away from you, okay? That what is taken away from you is coming back to you sevenfold. And usually, when the divine is involved, the blessings that will be bestowed upon you are priceless. What you will receive in lieu of what's been taken from you, usually you can't buy that in the store. Usually there's no amount of money that can come to the worth of what you will receive in abundance. And it's because you're standing in your power and knowing you're worth more that this is going to come in for you. Yeah. Standing in your power and using your actions of intention to make your life happen. Not allowing the world to dictate to you how you're going to live it. Instead of you reacting to the world can react to you for a change. Just continue studying your environment and act accordingly. Sometimes you have to paint a particular picture. Sometimes you gotta act a part in order to get yourself free. So act the part. Act a part without selling yourself of your freedom. Act a part to get to where you need to go to be free from the bullshit. And this isn't about being two-faced. This isn't about cheating somebody out. But when somebody's got the clutches on you and they're manipulating you, you have every right to wear that mask. Okay? Max, all I want to do is hug you right now, dude. You know that? And guaranteed, anybody talking smack on you, anybody doing anything heinous towards you, anything chaotic, I'd want to put them in their place. Because you don't deserve to be going through what you're going through. Stop apologizing for being you. You're perfect just the way you are. Somebody's going to act out of character because you're going to get blessings. Somebody's acting out of character and they're snapping out because you're finding your power. Somebody doesn't like the fact that you actually love yourself. Somebody doesn't like the fact that you're going to be getting what's rightfully yours, that they tried to take it from you. They tried to steal it from you. And now you're going to get what's rightfully yours. Justice is coming, collective. And somebody's all butthurt about it. They're actually losing everything and their whole life is chaos. And chances are they're getting a divorce, whoever they are. Come up against you. There's definitely a divorce, there's definitely chaos. And there's definitely some major uprootings of foundations that's going to happen for you to receive your justice. But the whole thing is they wanted chaos for your life. They wanted your foundation to be uprooted. And they wanted you to not be happy in a relationship. And quite frankly, they sabotaged a whole bunch of relationships. They tried to sabotage your heart by sending a bunch of karmics towards you. And it's all coming out. It's all coming out. It's all going to be revealed very soon. That's not for everyone, but you're definitely coming out of the cold. Yeah. And you're getting the well-deserved recognition for all the hard work that you've done. Collective, the more work you do within and the more you choose to live and love your life, the better it's going to get. Okay? And we can do it together. You're not alone, collective. We have every right to have and to live and to appreciate our best life and our best and highest timeline. We have every right. And there's not a soul out there, a soul, whether they've sold themselves or not, sold their soul, that is going to tell you different. But it's going to take us to step into our power in order to get there. It's our own personal choice. So 2024 was supposed to be the year of clearing, to bring us up to this eclipse, to finally let it go. And if you did the work, you're on time. If you didn't, there's still time for you, but there's a crunch time now. There's a particular situation at hand here that you're going to need to work through. You're going to have to be vigilant and attentive and empower yourself through your experiences. As they bubble up, sit with them. Feel through them rather than sweeping them under the rug. Release them. You'll eventually start to feel lighter as you do this. You'll start to empower yourself more as you do it. So if there's certain memories, if there's certain situations that is bubbling up from the past, sit with it. Work through it rather than sweeping it under the rug or just letting it go. Because by letting it go and just not dealing with it, you're missing the lesson and you're missing out on the blessing that comes with it. On that note, collective, there is going to be a part 2 to this, and I'm going to tap in, and we are going to go on a little bit of a spiritual ride into what that new earth might look like. But I think that's time for another video, maybe down the line, because there's a lot of us still dealing with a lot of karmic energy, and it's very difficult to wrap our head around the possibilities, because we're still stuck in the lower vibrations and we need to rise above that. So on that note, I love you all, and I wish you all the hugs in the world, much comfort to my tribe. Sweet dreams when you get there. Thank you so much for the donations this evening. If you want to get a personal reading, go ahead to the link section or the description box. It'll give you the info that you need to get a reading. Sweet dreams, everyone. Part 2 might be coming in a couple weeks. It depends on the work, it depends on the feeling, it depends on the vibe. Part 2 might be a members video, so that way we don't have to deal with trolls. And I at least know that my members are doing the work. But we'll see. So if you want to get on the member side and get exclusive content and an access to the archive, I have a whole bunch of videos. Feel free to become a member. Everything is in the description box. Thank you so much for your time and your energy and your attention and love and respect. And check out the members section to figure it out. Anyway, if you can't be good at it, be good to yourself. So that way you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good night.